Okay, hey folks, well I thought I was being really clever by designing this utility knife blade holder with the guide that would allow me to be able to cut the reel off in every one reel of filament. The only thing is down the rabbit hole I go because I found out that the ID of the Bambu Lab reel is not the same as the Eryone. The ID of the Bambu Lab reel is larger, so it won't fit on the spool. Insert swear words here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to salvage the filament, and the way that I'm gonna do it, I didn't want to do the tearing the reel off. I wanted to do something elegant, and cut it off smooth and clean so I could play frisbee. But anyways, so what I'm going to attempt to do is I've wrapped the filament with very low stick painter's tape. I put a few spokes on here to try to keep it in place. I'm going to attempt to transfer the filament onto the Bambu Lab reel, and let's see what happens. Down the rabbit hole we go. Line it up. So I'm going to pull the old swap. I have low risk here, and I have a very large putty knife here that I am going to insert to try to allow me to get some push. So slowly but surely pushing down, trying to keep everything together. And I have no idea at the moment if this is working or not. So it does not feel like it's going well. So as it turns out, there was no way I was going to manage to transfer that from this core to the other core. So I ended up putting some tie wraps around it. I cut the core off. That was no easy task. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to put it onto the bamboo reel. I'm going to get some side cutters, and I'm going to cut the tire wraps. I will pull them and I will test it out on my printer. I'll show you if it works or not. I will be de-dusting it because there's a lot of cardboard dust and I don't want that into the Bambu Lab printer. But the moral of the story really is either measure the ID to the best of your ability, even though the hole through the center of these Eryone reels is smaller. It's a little bit more challenging to measure the ID of the core before you go ripping the flanges off. I think really the best scenario would be to print the slip-on that goes over the perimeter of the reel. And I'm going to try that out and see how that works out, because I've got other reels of Eryone, Overture, etc. So stick around and let's see what happens. Okay, so if you ever decide that you're going to try to do what I did and have the filament right on the Bambu Lab reel, you're going to need to stick a couple of pieces of tape inside the core, because I'm concerned about that coming loose in the printer. It's very easy to turn when there's no cardboard core in there. So I'm just going to take a couple of pieces of painter's tape, just to give it a little bit of traction in there to make sure it doesn't slip, because I'd hate for this thing to come completely undone in the printer. And this is low stick painter's tape, very easy to remove. So this is a temporary fix. I won't be doing this again.
Say what?
I said I won't be doing this again. I will print out those rims and test those out and see how they work out. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So that's that. So I'm going to go now test it now. Shouldn't come undone. Well, it's working just fine right off the reel. So I was concerned that that would choke out right there, but it seems to move it forward, and the printer has no issue with printing, so I'll show the outcome as soon as it's done. So this is one of those 4-color filaments. And man, did this thing ever come out cool. So it looked like that worked okay.